Alright, it's Chris Fox once again, and this is a request assigned for Lacey yet again. The name of this video is the Darkest Powerpuff Girls episode. Okay, let's check it out.
Switched to fictitious morbid videos, I decided to research some cartoons and see which ones had dark episodes that I hadn't covered in broad videos. Eventually, I found an article called 29 Disturbingly Dark Episodes of Kids Shows You Won't Believe Actually Aired, and I was shocked reading the title and description of the Powerpuff Girls episode. The Powerpuff Girls have a mentally ill sister. What? And the description, well, as you can see, it's blurry. So allow Tub to tell you all about this episode. Grab some tacos from the taco truck, grab some horchata. This one's gonna be an interesting one. Hey guys.
I watched some Powerpuff Girls growing up, but I thought it was too girly for me, but I watched some of it.
Welcome back to another video. My name is Tubbington, and I am proud to say that I am editing this video. I got rid of my editing team. Yeah, by the time you guys are watching this, I got rid of my editing team. I just didn't like the way they were editing my videos. It was almost like a Sunny V2 copy and paste, and shout out to Sunny, but no, I have my own style. I came to a conclusion. It's like, you guys like me for me, you guys subscribe for my type of edits. Like, I love the boo sound effect with the title card, my white on black text. Like, they weren't even doing that. And you know how weird it is getting revisions for your own videos? It feels like I wasn't even a part of my own channel. It felt gross, but it's me. I am editing again. Yes, Vegas Pro. Shout out Vegas Pro. I don't care if you guys have Premiere or whatever. I am a Vegas Pro king. But yeah, it's gonna be me and one of my hometown friends editing the video, and that's way better when it's one of my hometown friends, because I can just tell him, yo, do this and do this. It's just not awkward. Like, it's just not awkward. It's gonna be me and my friend. That's basically it. And he's gonna master my style, which is the best. It's not gonna be no Sunny V2 style. And one more thing, Stop Loving Me, my sophomore album, is almost out. It's gonna be out on August 18th, and it's gonna premiere here on the same day at 6 p.m. EST, so I hope to see you there. Let's get started with the video. So we're gonna talk about Powerpuff Girls. First, let me give you an introduction. Powerpuff Girls was an American TV show that started
no introduction. A lot of people know about it.
A total of 6 seasons and 78 episodes. Fun fact, about 6 years earlier in 1992, the creator, Greg McCracken, did a short animation called Whoop Ass Stew, where the Powerpuff Girls weren't called the Powerpuff Girls, instead they were called the Whoop Ass Girls. It's a short 3-minute animation, and that's what he submitted to Cartoon Network as basically a pilot. But then obviously he had to change some things because it was inappropriate. I watched the short, and it's not that much different, except for the fact that the girls seem more aggressive than usual, but that's really the only main difference. The show follows the adventures of
interesting, not for kids then.
Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. Episodes usually involve the girls using their powers to defend their town from villains and giant monsters, with some humorous variation of standard superhero and tokusatsu shows.
I mean, it was alright for a cartoon.
Young children, such as sibling rivalry, loose teeth, personal hygiene, going to school, and dependence on security blankets. And that's really it. Just a comedic show about 3 superhero girls, and it's funny because they're children. That's really it. Season 2, Episode 11, Twisted Sister.
Yeah, I remember this episode.
26, 2000. Now, the episode starts off pretty normal. The narrator is explaining how Townsville is an extremely calm place and perfect to relax in. You also get to see this really tan guy whose head is also his hair. That's a man. And this woman whose eyes, nose, and mouth are 5% of her face. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's kind of like, damn, if she was real, anyway, let me go. Then the calm scene gets interrupted by a giant tentacle monster fighting the Powerpuff Girls, so you're just not gonna react. They do their thing, they beat him, and then we get a montage of the girls being criminals, taking people who are in troubling situations, and stopping the meteor. I couldn't help but notice, but in that montage, Buttercup roars at a grizzly bear, causing him to cower in fear, and she also dives on top of a bomb to lessen the explosion. If Buttercup isn't your favorite Powerpuff Girl, I don't know what planet you're living on. Anyway, the point of the intro was
she was the most toughest one for sure.
Be saving the world, especially when you're only 5 years old. Then once they get home, the professor, which is a father figure to them, reminds them they have to clean their room, wash the dishes, take out the trash, finish their homework, fix the roof, eat dinner, clean their plates, sweep the floor, and a whole lot of other chores. Bro is really making them fix the roof. Meanwhile, the professor is talking. The girls relate to how they're being overworked, and Bubbles says 3 puffs aren't enough. That's a funny Easter egg. The writers knew you'd be focusing on the girls' conversation, so they made the professor say some pretty funny stuff, like buy a cat and feed the cat, and also breathe in and breathe out. And yes, we're still talking about chores he wants them to do. The scene switches to the girls in a laboratory where they're making themselves another sister. Luckily, the professor has a book named How I Did It. In case you guys don't know, the intro of the show is the professor making the Powerpuff Girls. He uses sugar, spice, and everything nice, and accidentally drops a chemical X into the mixture, so the girls give it a try. And with how broad the instructions are, they basically put in whatever they want and claim it's close to the ingredient. Buttercup also throws in a
she turned it all fucked up, right? The sister.
serious?
So in the instructions, it also says to, quote, accidentally add chemical X, and they do exactly that. Then the mixture explodes, and this is where I would say the episode begins getting dark. So let's turn the light switch off and continue with the episode. So yes, they created themselves a new sister, which if you want to think about it, they're more like mothers to the girl since they created her, but whatever. We get to see the creation they made, this new Powerpuff Girl, and well, she's hideous. She has crooked teeth, her shoes don't fit her, she has armpit hair, a messy
kind of weird looking.
Eyes, and is extremely big. And it doesn't help that the writers made her audibly disabled.
Okay, that's fucked up. I know there's this shit that you realize in cartoons now that went over your head as a kid, man. Crazy shit. Pretty creepy.
Yeah, we're sisters.
Sisters!
That's right, you're our sister.
She's touchy, aggravating, and doesn't seem to have much self-control. It's almost as if she has some sort of autism, especially when we look at the symptoms. Delayed language skills, delayed cognitive or learning skills, hyperactive, impulsive, or inattentive behavior. I tried looking everywhere if the directors or writers mentioned anything about, putting a disabled character in their show, or at least the way they represent disabled characters, but no, it's no mention of it. But it's not crazy to see how the average viewer, even within the first seconds of her introduction, would be able to tell this character is being portrayed as disabled. Anyway, she's given the name Bunny, and the girls tell her to stop crying or the bad guys are in jail. Simple enough, right? Well, she flies through the roof, and for some reason we get a zoom in on her teeth. Like, we get it. She got crooked teeth. We get it. We give her the stereotypical dumb voice. Like, also a little through the speech impediment, this character would make it feel kind of bad. Snowflake alert. Nah, but that's not even on some snowflake stuff. Like, I just be annoyed. I can't speak for disabled people, obviously, but I feel like some disabled kids watching this episode must have felt horribly misrepresented. Again, I'm not speaking for them because
it's just a cartoon, though. It's not like it's real or anything.
And that's because she hears an alarm going off, aka crime game.
I mean, how is that any worse than the episode that made her Zen where he steals people's organs? Or the Fairlab parents where the fucking babysitter literally tortures and manipulates Timmy, like...
There's a robbery at a jewelry store, so Bunny swoops in and beats up the cops and throws him in jail instead. She thinks she's doing right, which is why she has a smile on her face, and then we fade to a black screen. The three girls are on the living room couch, and the professor asks if there's any crime going on since they're still at home. They say sure there is, but they've got it, quote, under control. And that carpet looks like,
oh my god. Don't stop with the dirty minds.
Powerpuff Girls has gone crazy and has been releasing criminals and imprisoning officers, causing Townsville to become overrun with crime again. The girls go out to look for Bunny and catch her beating up the cop. This is where they confront her, and once again, she thinks she's doing a good job. That's until the girls yell at her and tell her she's doing everything wrong and say, I guess you're not cut out to be a Powerpuff Girl after all. Bunny cries and flies away. Then all the criminals that were released gang up on the Powerpuff Girls, and they're outnumbered. I always found it funny how these 5-year-olds fight grown men on a daily basis. We transition to Bunny at the edge of the cliff crying, and she hears the girls cry for her help, and she does just that. Humples the bad guys like there's no tomorrow, and she screams, Bunny, do good in celebration. But not for long until her body starts shaking. Rays of light shoot out of her, and the girl blows up. What is this, Oppenheimer? There's no sound to the scene. It's muted. It's quiet. It's like the one ambulance scene in the mid-90s. A choice directors do to force you to really pay attention to what's going on. The girls wake up, and a piece of Bunny's clothing falls in front of them. And Bubble says, she was good after all. We were the ones who were bad. The episode fades to black, but the narrator is thrown in crying. I'm guessing so the episode could end on a lighter note, and says the day was saved thanks to Bunny. Okay, let's talk about this roller coaster of a Powerpuff Girls episode. Do I think the writers wrote this to offend disabled people? No. Do I think they could have done a better job at representing disabled people? Yes. I mean, they could have ended the episode so much better if they just didn't kill her off at the end. She could have literally been a side character that helps along.
Yeah, you have to kill her off like that.
You know, like, why gotta kill her?
Like, they killed this character. They didn't, like... She didn't disappear. She didn't run away. She fucking died. And this is a kid's cartoon. And this is on Cartoon Network where kids were watching it.
To IMDb, Bunny is one of 5 characters to die in the show. 1 of 5, bro. There are criminals in this show that didn't suffer a death like that. But Bunny did. I read a review by Fly Pow By, and even this person was surprised as to how dark the episode was. I'll be honest, when I rewatched this, I realized I forgot how heartbreaking the scene was. I knew it was sad, but I was taken aback at how sad it really was. So Bunny's body wobbles around and she explodes in complete silence. Silence is such a rarity in cartoons, and it has such an effect on the scene. It's a moment of silence for a fallen friend, both literally and figuratively. The Powerpuff Girls wake up for being knocked out and see all the criminals lying unconscious. They correctly guess that Bunny saved them, but only find a small fragment of her shirt floating down to the ground. They say that Bunny was just too unstable to live. Just a reminder, if this case wasn't sad enough, the last words they said to Bunny, besides their cries for help, was that she was not cut out to be a Powerpuff Girl. Yeah, pretty dark for a Powerpuff Girls episode.
Yeah, this is for kids. This was on live TV for kids.
You don't really care, but even if you are a kid, what about the disabled kids watching this? Like, bro, that's how y'all represent us? You know, like, again, I can't speak for y'all. Y'all, if you are disabled and you felt some type of way about this episode when it aired, please let me know.
Really.
Maybe you don't care. All I'm saying is, if I saw a Mexican cartoon character represented eating tacos, beans, with a Mexican flag, jumping a border, I don't know. I'd feel some type of way for sure. You guys, make sure to let me know what dark episodes of cartoons you guys want me to cover next. If you guys do, make sure to recommend something that's not oversaturated. I don't want to talk about stuff everyone talks about. I made sure to look up if people have talked about this Powerpuff Girls episode. I think there's only one other YouTube video on it, so just nice talking about topics you guys haven't heard yet. Doesn't necessarily have to be cartoons. It could be like live action shows. Zoe 101. Is there a dark Zoe 101 episode out there?
There is one, a couple, I think.
Episode. I'm just happy I'm editing this video, bro. It feels like I'm back. You know what it feels like? It feels like 2021 again, bro. Like, I just need this video to be out. Make sure to go stream Stop Loving Me when it comes out. I'm tired of you guys having potential sniper. It's not. Anyway, that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Yeah, I've seen this episode a couple times as a kid, but goddamn, I didn't know how fucking messed up it was until I watched this fucking video, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Powerpuff Girls growing up because I thought it was too girly for me. But then when you look back at it now, it's guys kind of. It's cool that it might be for guys too because it's a superhero cartoon, but the cast or the main characters are little girls. You don't think, okay, it's gonna be a girl, one of the girly Barbie type of cartoons. But when you look at it now, it's actually a pretty badass fucking cartoon. That's what I think. But yeah, I'm going to upload this video, then upload 2 more videos, and might be it. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you on the next video. Peace out.